I was just starting out in youth ministry. I was at my first full-time church. This was years ago, and our pastor took us to a John Maxwell Leadership Conference, and really, really good stuff. It poured into me. The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership was a lesson that he started in this seminar, and one of those lessons was called the Law of the Lid. And he said the leader is the lid on the organization, and people aren't going to outgrow you. And the way that translated to me and for us as youth workers is this: your walk with Jesus, your daily, everyday walk with God, is the lid on your student ministry. Your students aren't going to outgrow you. They're not going to move on in your youth group and just do huge new things in ministry. They're going to follow us. So our walk with Jesus isn't just our walk with Jesus. My quiet time that I'm having is not just for me. It's for the people I'm going to spend time with and the people I'm going to pour into. So there's so many reasons when you look at Psalm 1, and it says, "Blessed is the man who doesn't walk in the counsel of the wicked, or stand in the way of sinners, or sit in the seat of scoffers, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on it he meditates day and night." I believe that when we start spending time ourselves with God, what God starts doing is he starts changing our eyes and changing the way we see things. We're going to see our calling different. We're going to see our weaknesses different. We're going to realize that God's made us like we are for a reason. If he'd have wanted somebody else at our church, he'd called them, but he called us. So he knows what our strengths are and our weaknesses, and none of that's freaking him out, right? So my walk with Jesus is going to constantly remind me of that, not little videos like this. This is just going to get you thinking, but it's not going to change the way you think, right? So when I start guarding my time with God, understanding that that's the first thing Satan's coming after in a believer's life, he's trying to get that time with God away from you. He'd rather you coast from event to event and moment to moment, because you get out there running ragged and we sort of hollow out. When I start spending time with Jesus every day, just me and him in my room, me and him in his word, things start changing about me. And my eyes change, and I start seeing teenagers different. Man, we can write off some kids in our head. We put little check marks by people in our minds at times and think this kid's a lost cause, or this kid, man, he's awesome because he's a jock and popular. If he just lives for Jesus, everybody will. So I'm going to pour everything I have into him. And this little quiet kid over here, just hope he just kind of bees quiet when I'm talking. Bees quiet when I'm talking. Nice. So anyway, man, if you're walking with God and we're guarding our time with Jesus, what happens is I see them like Jesus sees them. And if I see them like Jesus sees them, then I'm going to hurt for them like he hurts for them. And then ministry starts really, really happening. We've got to guard our time with Jesus.